Hi, good afternoon, Nika. How are you today?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm doing good. How about you, ma'am?
I'm great. Thank you so much. Are you ready for today's interview?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. For my first question, can you please tell me something about yourself?
Okay, so again, I'm Nika Solomon. I started on the online industry way back in 2019 with my online business. And because of that, it opened a lot of opportunity for me to go into e-commerce and to manage different social media platforms. Before with my online business, I also worked with a real estate company and also in the bank. So way back in the real estate company, I manage clients and also I am the one responsible in looking into prospects by tapping into my social media networks or my personal networks. And of course, I also posted some of the company's um, ads in their social media accounts. And also in the bank, when I worked there, I was responsible for the over-the-counter transactions of the clients as well. So basically, I'm into more into the face-to-face contact with the clients, but now I'm into transitioning with the work from home setup.
All right, very good. Thank you. Well, how about your strengths? Can you please tell me more about it?
Okay, so for my strength, I think I'm into marketing as I'm a very people person. I love communicating with other people, especially through social media. I love how they engage whenever I post something, and I'm really proud of it. So I think basically marketing is one of my great strengths.
Very good. It's good to hear that.
Thank
How
you.
about your weaknesses?
Okay, so for my weakness, I think I'm a little bit of an overthinker. For example, whenever I do something, I tend to think if I did my best in this certain task. So by doing so, sometimes I think if I should start over, doing it in another approach so that I can finish it the way I want it to be. But for now, I consciously take into consideration not to overthink that much so that I can be more productive because I know that some people might like what I do better than myself. So I think that's it.
All right, thank you so much. Do you consider yourself as a lifelong learner? And if you're studying something,
Yes, of course. I really love learning a lot of new things, to be
at
honest.
the moment, what is?
Yes, I believe that learning should not be stopped whenever and whenever. If ever you have the opportunity to learn, you should not take it for granted. So for now, I joined the digital jobs training here in the Philippines. So for this one, we basically talk all about social media marketing, and that's I'm very happy about, and I'm very grateful for it because on my background, I don't have a lot of social media marketing skills, but now I can confidently say that I'm into the industry now, and of course, as we go along with this, I still want to open my mind to a lot of possibilities regarding in this industry.
Thank you so much, Nika. So how long have you been a freelancer and what made you decide to become one?
Okay, so honestly, I still don't have an experience when it comes to the freelancing industry because, as I said, I'm an owner of an online business. I've been into real estate and into the banking. So this is my first take into the freelancing industry. So I hope that I can learn from that I can learn more so that I can provide the best of my ability to my future clients. So that's it.
All right, thank you. But what made you decide to become a freelancer?
Okay, so first and foremost, I know that freelancing now is having like a frenzy, okay, in these times, okay, because I know that we're having a pandemic and the likes. So I know that in the coming years, like in 5 years from now, many people are turning into the virtual assistant world where more employees will be or I mean more employers will be looking for an employees which is home based because they think that people are getting more productive and they can communicate with them properly if they are in the comfort of their homes. And of course, for myself, I love working at home because I can also enjoy the things that I want to do while working and enjoying. So it's like of what can we say that we have that like of work life balance in the sense.
Nice. All right, thank you so much. Well, how many? You told me that you don't have any clients yet,
Yeah,
but
yep.
if ever, what kind of work can you do for me as a, let's say, real estate business owner?
Mhm. So I think I can help you into prospecting clients because, as I said, I have the experience with that. So I can tap on my social media networks and, of course, with your existing networks. So I can help you with prospecting and also in advertising. Of course, I can advertise your company, so I can help with that. And also, I can organize certain materials if there are, like documents, because in my former work, I also used to organize the documents of the other clients or the clients of the real estate company that I've worked with.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, what can you consider as your freelancer service specialization, and why did you choose that? I can remember you were saying something about marketing earlier,
Yep.
but marketing is very broad. So,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a specialization already?
Yeah, so for me, I love creating content. So I think that's my specialization. I love creating contents that are very engaging and, of course, that will really get into the get into the viewers where they will be very interested into clicking with that. And so with that, I think that it goes along with the graphics. So in making contents, I know that graphics should comes next. So I think content creation and then comes next is graphics. So for now, I'm into Canva, so I know the basics of Canva, but now I'm trying to improve myself into editing. So not just to rely on the templates, but I'm getting into more. I think I want to be more creative in doing my own template and likes.
Wow, thank you so much, Nika. Well, this project will require you to work for about 40 hours a week. So that's
Yep.
8 hours a day, 8 to 9 hours if we're going to include the break. And on
Mm-hmm.
US time zone, that will be 9 p.m. Our time up to 5 a.m. our time. So is that something that you can do?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, and actually, I'm very flexible. I'm very flexible with the schedule, so anytime will do for me.
Nika, can you still hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, sorry.
Okay, I thought I got
I think we
disconnected
got
for.
yes. I think we got interrupted, ma'am.
Thank you. Do you consider yourself as a team player? Can you work with teams or you prefer working alone?
Well, I think I can work individually or as a team player. It doesn't matter, I think, for me because I've worked in both setup already. So I think I am very flexible with working with both, either individually or as a team player.
All right, thank you. Well, how about your service fee range for this project? Do you have a figure in mind, or let's say what will be an ideal amount for you?
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, as I said, I don't have any freelance experience yet, so I'm not expecting too much. But I think $4 is enough for me. As I said, I'm really working on my skills so that I can give the best of my ability in performing my tasks.
Right, perfect. Thank you. How about your long-term goal as a freelancer? What are your plans? Let's say 3 to 5 years from now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think in this industry, 3 to 5 years from now, I'm imagining myself also to become a coach for those who want to be in this industry as well. Because as I said, I really love talking to people. I like inspiring them. I like getting ideas. So it's like a vice versa communication. So I really want to improve myself, my skills in this industry so that I can also inspire other people and teach them.
All right, great. Thank you. I assume you've already read the job post, of becoming, for example, as a social media manager for a real estate agent.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you can, contribute to the company? I mean, how are you going to tell me the details of the job post as you understand it?
Okay, so first, I think it is about the curation and also handling the different social media apps or media accounts of the company. Second, of course, it's the planning, designing, the approach or the social media plan. And lastly, I think it's about getting or looking into the insights, the engagements, the social media metrics of every post that we've made. So we'll know that or we'll know how to improve a certain post so that we can engage and also increase our audience.
That's very nice. Well, how do you take negative feedback?
Okay, so for negative feedback, I also like the idea of getting negative feedback. Of course, because first and foremost, I know that it is an outlet for learning. And second, I know that if I have received a negative feedback of or if I saw some mistake that I did, it will really help me to become better for the next task that I will be doing, or should I say it will improve. Okay, it will improve my skills as well, because I know or I can pinpoint where I did my mistake. And of course, it will also help me to take into consideration other people's opinion, not just for myself.
I understand. Okay, thank you. Can you please tell me about the software that you're familiar with using and the kinds of strategies that you did in using them? And of
Mm-hmm.
course, what are the things that you are making out of those tools?
Okay, so for the software for the social media marketing, uh, we use like for graphic designs, I'm into Canva right now. I also have the knowledge in basic video editing, and of course for I mean for the admin task, I'm into Trello. I also know some time trackers tools like Clockify. And of course, for the email management, I used Strict already. And what else? Of course, into video editing, that depends of on the software that I will be using, but I know the basic knowledge of it. And what else? For content writing, I think basically everything that, or I mean, I technically use Canva for my content creation. But I think if you're going to give me some software that I'm not yet familiar with, I can definitely work on with it.
All right, thank you very much. Well, earlier today you told me that the kind of task that excites you is marketing. It evolves in marketing, engaging with people, even if it's online. Well, how about the things that you don't like or you like less
Mm-hmm.
doing?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so for example, I think the thing that I like less is maybe into the analysis of the metrics, if you can
Data
uh
analytics, yeah.
yes, the analytics, because that's something that I'm not really interested with. But of course it's still included on my responsibilities, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but I think that as I go along, okay, as I go along with my task, I will really have to deal with it and really accept that it is part of what I do. Of course, because if I can see that the contents that I made was really getting a lot of engagements, of course that will still motivate me, or that will motivate me more to do more, to improve on the contents that I am doing. So I think it's like a domino effect. So if I made something if I made something great with my post, that will reflect on the analytics as well. So I need to love both to do better. Yeah,
All right,
I hope it
thank you.
makes sense.
Uh, yeah, yeah, I understand. I feel the same way. All right. So, in terms of call it, I'm thinking of that last question that I forgot. Hold on. Oh, Facebook ads. Yeah, I remember. About Facebook ads, you mentioned earlier that you have experience with Facebook ads. Is it
Yes.
just about boosting ads manager? What's your experience with that?
I'm sorry. Can you please repeat that again?
Okay,
I think we got disconnected.
it's okay, no problem. About Facebook ads, you mentioned earlier that you have experience with Facebook ads. Is it just about boosting, or you go into the ads manager and really, create the ads from scratch?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. So for that one, as I said, becoming an owner of an online business, I became an admin of my own page. So I have an experience on boosting my own post. And for the ads manager, yes, I also was able to really go into deep go deep with that portion of the business manager in Facebook. But I think I really have to dwell more on that one, because that's basically that is from I think making your ads from scratch. Well, for our DJT training, for the digital crowds training, we also made um, a campaign, and we also use that application um, or that portion of Facebook. So I think I will have to say that I have an experience working with that, but I have to improve. I still have to improve my knowledge on the Facebook Ads Manager.
All right, great. Thank you so much. I guess that would be all. Do you still have
Mm-hmm.
questions for me or about the project?
Um, I think for the project, if we still haven't discussed anything, or if we still haven't discussed everything about the responsibilities or my role as a social media manager, you can discuss it with me, ma'am.
All right, don't worry. As soon as I have the result of
Mm-hmm.
this interview, I'll let you know. All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
thank you so much, Nika.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too.